meeting is being recorded.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dhea Asmaradara. I'm a student at the Jakarta State University, and I'm here today with my partner, Annisa Indah Nuroni. We are here today because we are going to share a little bit about the impact of using educational videos on EFL learners' vocabulary learning using a set of data from the research journal of the Department of English Language Translation, Islamic Azad University, Iran by Mahsatati Jelise and Abbas Purosen Gilekjani. First of all, I think we all may know that learning an adequate number of words has become an obstacle for some learners due to several factors, including inability to learn, lack of exposure to English, lack of self confidence, and lack of knowledge, precise vocabulary strategies. Therefore, we are interested in doing this because we are aware that vocabulary is vital in learning second and foreign languages. Why? Because it plays a significant role in learning English and is the fundamental element of language skills. And not only that, learning vocabulary is also very important for communication because without words, communication can stop. In Iran, vocabulary is taught by giving Persian equivalents, but new methods are not practiced. And one of the problems for learners is that they do not learn words and always forget them easily. In this modern era, with the arrival of technology, a possible way to improve the vocabulary of EFL learners is through audiovisual materials such as instructional videos on YouTube. Because by using the traditional teaching methods in Iran, learners have to memorize a list of words or bring up equivalent words. And the problem is that this traditional method has no theoretical support because learning vocabulary is actually more than just memorizing. Previous studies have been conducted on vocabulary learning using computer-based multimedia such as instructional videos, subtitled cartoons, digital games, and by watching subtitled video on reading comprehension. Some of these studies conducted by Isezadeh, Mahdilu, and Izipana, Meroseni Karade, and Korasani have investigated the effect of using instructional videos on the vocabulary learning of Iranian intermediate learners. Therefore, this study aims to use YouTube videos to examine whether language learners can improve their vocabulary learning effectively or not. We're also hoping that the study can answer the question, do educational videos have any impact on Iranian intermediate EFL learners' vocabulary learning? To know more about that, let's start by presenting the research method we use for this study. Over to you, Anissa.
Okay, thank you, Dea. We want to investigate the effect of YouTube, so we use a quasi-experimental test or pre-test and post-test. But firstly, we use the OPT or Oxford Placement Test to select the participant and to know that each participant's abilities are initially the same. We also divided the participant into two classes, experimental and control class. The experimental class was used to short videos from YouTube. In other hand, the control class was asked to reading a book. The experiment was conducted 2 sessions per week for 5 weeks within 40 minutes per session. There was a pre-test before the class, continue with the activities of each group, and by the end of the session, there was also a post-test. And from the result of both pre-test and post-test, by SPSS version 6.0, we can see in the table, turns out our study found significant differences between the experimental class and control class. In the average post-test, the experimental class is bigger than the control class. The result of our study reveals the use of YouTube as vocabulary learning has a positive impact in increasing learners' understanding and vocabulary. Not only that, but YouTube videos are more effective to help learners than the traditional method because by YouTube videos, learners feel themselves in a real environment and more motivated to learn new words. So from all of our analysis and results, we can come to the conclusion that YouTube video is an instructional tool that helps learners better and improve learners' ability to learn vocabulary effectively because YouTube is more stimulating and at some point it's attracted their attention for longer periods of time. We did manage to see the effect of YouTube videos for vocabulary learning, but this research has opened a really fascinating puzzle because the restriction of the studies finding were limited only to female learners. So, teasing out this puzzle, we headed to conduct research in other contexts, such as the male learners, to explore whether gender mediates the process of learning English through educational theory. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.